Well, now that those shenanigans are seen to, I guess I should find out where Landry ran off to. He is training me today, after all. I think he went upstairs, as he was hiding from all the shenanigans. I head over to the foot of the staircase, but a cat has taken station right in my path. It's sleeping belly up, stretched out to nearly the whole width of the step. Buddy, that's really cute, but that's a dangerous place to sleep. It doesn't dignify me with a response. Instead, the fat orange cat shimmies in place to settle itself even more. Gently, I nudge it to see if I can get the cat to move. Someone's gonna trip on you if you don't move. That's not gonna be fun for either of you. It opens one eye into a thin slit, then makes a murmuring noise and flicks its tail. This little tiger isn't going anywhere, is it? Are all the cats here this spoiled? Guess I'll have to pick it up and move it myself. I lean over to scoop it up, but as I do, a tiny orange and white bobtailed cat whizzes past my feet. It stops on the step below the sleeping cat, then raises one paw and bats the other cat squarely on the forehead. The sleeping cat wakes up and hops to its feet. It looks angry. Am I gonna have to break up a cat fight? Hey, you two. The bobtail flattens its ears and stares intently at the orange cat. They both perk up when they hear a voice from above. Is Hash Brown sleeping on the stairs again? The orange cat, Hash Brown's I guess, trots away. Landry works his way down the stairs, eyes on the bobtail kitten. Was it really necessary to smack him? You should be nice. The bobtail turns its head away in a wide arc, almost as if it's giving an okay, whatever in response. It lazily struts over to the windowsill and takes up sentry. That cat's name is Hash Brown's? Yeah. Graves names all the cats here. He comes up with some interesting ones. What are some of their names? Well, at the moment, there's Ramona, Shinsuke, Kotick, Owl, a Bramblepelt, now Hisa, Valentine, Marina, Hein, Junta, Jam Band, and so on. Holy crap! Which one was that bobtail? Oh. His face falls. Why does he look so nervous? So nervous? Yes, that's a word. Nervous. That's, why don't you ask Reese later? Huh. Is that his cat? Did he name it or something? Is it a bad name? No, he's, Graves should have told you about, Let's get to work. It's time to open. Landry isn't having any more of this. He walks past me to the front door without a glance. He unlocks it and flips the sign from closed to open. And ta-da! Your first day at a cat's paw has begun. And nobody's here. This is a little anticlimactic. Yeah. The mornings are usually pretty slow. It might pick up later. It didn't. At all. All day. Sure, a few people came in and Landry had me wait their tables while he supervised. It went pretty well and I made a couple bucks in tips, but that was it. Finley came down a couple of times to check in, and I saw Mason and Hayes every time I went into the kitchen, but I didn't see Reese at all. Reese's bobtailed cat, on the other hand, was all over the place. I think I see why he'd take a shine to this one. They're both complete hams. Not that I mind that it was slow, just meant I got to play with the cats more. There are like 10 of them here? Maybe? I can't get a solid count on them. They seem to vanish sometimes. Looks like there are a lot of areas around here for them to hide. Thank you for your help today, Avery. Landry, Finley, and I just finished wiping down the tables. Mason was gone before the cafe closed. I don't know where Hayes went. So, how'd you like it? Is it always this quiet? I mean, not that I'm complaining. Not always. Tomorrow should be busier for sure. I've got plans. Oh, we should get here early then, huh? Don't say that like you aren't always early. Oh, I have to come in earlier? Don't worry too much about it, Avery. Just show up at your regular time. Okay, thanks. I can't imagine what busy means here. What, like 6 people in here at the same time? I've got a little more work I want to do on the blog, so you all go ahead. I'll close up if Grace doesn't get here to do it. Oh, thank you. Avery, you can head out. Thanks. Are you leaving now? I could walk with you. I'll be out in a bit. You go on ahead. Oh, alright. See y'all tomorrow. Night! The door closes behind me with a jingle. I have a job. My co-workers are pretty cute. My boss is even cuter. I get to play with cats. And if this works out, I should be able to afford a place of my own soon. Wait until my parents hear about this. Feeling pretty good right now. Can't help giving a little celebratory fist pump. Alright. I think I just heard someone snort a laugh behind me. Thought I said that pretty quietly. I turn around to see who it is, but there's nobody there but a cat. 2 cats, actually. Cats from the cafe. Reese's cat and the Siamese cat, to be precise. Crap. How did they get outside? Did I let them out when I left? This is real bad. I'm pretty sure one of the first rules of working at a cat cafe is do not lose the cats. They're not looking at me anymore. Now's my chance. I start creeping towards both cats. If I move too suddenly, I might spook them. I only make it a few steps before I see the bobtail's ears swivel back to face me. Without turning the rest of his head, it takes a springing leap and heads down one fork in the road. The Siamese cat continues down the same path as casual as anything. I can't get them both, but I need to get at least one of them. I better decide who to go after. Let's do Reese again. I know he's not supposed to be out here. What a little jerk cat. I take off after the bratty bobtail. Reese's cat suddenly stops, turns around and plants his haunches on the pavement. He looks up at me with a surprisingly bored expression.
Oh, come off it, Avery. You can stop tailing me now, unless you were that bent on following me home.
The cat is talking. Why?
Why do you look so surprised? You knew it was me, right?
What? What?
Come on, my cat self and human self look so similar. They're both equally gorgeous. How did you not put 2 and 2 together?
Of course I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Who the hell's gonna think, oh, of course, he is also a cat? That's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. I can't believe I'm even having this conversation right now.
I don't know why I expected you to know anything about witches. I mean, look at you.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I don't think you know much at all. Fine. Graves obviously did a trash job of explaining this, so all the work is up to me. Again. Everyone at a cat's paw is under a curse. Once we leave the premises, we turn into cats. The curse is likely tied to the cafe itself, though I don't think anybody else knows how.
Actually, as a side note, I wonder how many times Reese has had to have this talk with people. Like, Graves again didn't explain anything, so it was up to me. And he's just gotten so succinct now because it's like the 6th time. This is probably the most absurd thing I've ever heard, but it's also sort of hard to deny because a cat is telling it to me. So, everybody? Graves too?
Who knows? I've never seen him as a cat, but I haven't seen him do a lot of things.
Does that mean... am I gonna be cursed too?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I would! How do I end up not cursed?
If I knew that, I'd be a lot taller and less furry right now.
How do you even get a cat curse?
Didn't you hear me? Witches. Believe it or not, this area is full of them.
I'd go with the or not, but I can't really come up with any more plausible reasons. This is absurd. I just had a long day and my brain's leaking out of my ears, that's all. I might just be imagining this.
Are you done then? I have things to do.
What, like chase birds?
Cute. Look, if it makes you feel better, we can talk about this more at work tomorrow. With everyone else.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Introduce me to all of the talking cats.
Just don't be late again.
Hey, I wasn't late today. I get the feeling that if he had the shoulders for it, Reese would be shrugging right now. Instead, he rolls his head to the side. Reese stands back up. He takes a grand leap up a trash can, then up again to the fence.
Whatever you say. Good night, Avery.
And with that, he's gone. Good night. It's a long walk back home. The sun's barely gone down, but I'm capital letter D-un with today. This is too much. Don't forget the good food this time. The canned stuff. Did someone just say something? There's nobody here but Mochi. Haven't heard Mochi talk for a while. Oh, for crap's sake. I find him standing next to the food bowl, looking up at me with those expectant eyes. I gently nudge him with my foot. Did you just say that? Nope. Nope, I'm done. I dump the rest of the canned food into the bowl and scurry out of the kitchen. Then I dump myself in bed. I don't even want to think about it right now. I'm gonna put on my OU shirt, and I'm gonna sleep in a real bed for once. Maybe sleeping on the couch so much as messing with my head. I don't usually close the door, but I think it's a good idea tonight. I don't want Mochi whispering to me in my sleep.
Yee.
I wake up early enough I surprise myself. This is gross. Who does this? At least I slept fairly well, all considered. My cheek hurts, kind of like I'm getting one of those real powerful zits. Just when I have a job where I see people all day. What perfect timing. I kick my legs free of the big blankets and roll off the side of the bed with my usual grace. God, this thing feels gross. I don't have any acne stuff with me here, but maybe Aunt Wendy had something I can put on it. I trundle over to the vanity to assess the damage. That's not a zit. That is a whisker. There is a whisker growing out of my face. Ah! That's a great way to start a morning. Lovely. Hello? After some time, it won't come out. I thought at first maybe it was Mochi's and it got stuck there, but nope. Growing out of my face. I tried to pluck it, and that was probably one of the worst ideas I've ever had. Now I know just how sensitive cat whiskers are. Is this really how the curse starts? I've been pacing around for too long. I gotta go to work, but how am I supposed to leave the house like this? What if someone sees me? I guess I could try to cover it with something. I dig around a bit and find some dust masks under the sink. Maybe that'll do the trick? I can pretend I have a cold or something. Or not, because trying to put it on feels really awkward against my face. I'm at a loss here. I'd call one of the staffers, but I didn't get their numbers yesterday. I guess it'd be hard to use a cell phone as a cat anyway. I'll just have to go to the cafe and hope someone's there to ask. I didn't run into anybody on my way to the cafe yesterday, but knowing my luck, there'll be a whole crowd or something. Oh dear, we've jinxed ourselves. I keep my head down and walk quickly. Jeez, my face itches. I hope another one isn't coming in. The thought is enough to make me pick up my pace. Running to work is going to be a theme for me. Maybe it'll keep me in shape. I just hope I can keep my human shape too. That's the real trick. Why are there so many people milling around the front of the cafe today? This is exactly what I was dreading. It's like they showed up specifically to look at the magical mutating cat person. As I approach the cafe, the whisker falls off, like a dead leaf or something. Look at it just flutter to the floor. I lean down to pick it up. If I hadn't seen it happen, I would have thought it fell off one of the cats. This is stupid. This is so stupid. My eyes start to sting. I can't tell if I should be mad or crying or both. This is just really, really stupid and I don't want to deal with it. But we gotta. I kick the door open with my foot. But it's actually pretty heavy, so it just sort of nudges open. Where the hell is Graves? Looks like most of them are already here. They're already setting the table for breakfast like this is just a regular, normal day where nobody grows cat whiskers. P.S. I don't know if you can hear, but my husband is screaming so loudly right now because I guess he's dying again in Skyrim. So if you've been hearing screaming or hear screaming, it's him, and I apologize. It's distracting me. If you can't hear it, never mind. If you just hear like long pauses, it's me going, "Is he okay over there?" Anyway, back to cat whiskers.
Oh, Avery. I don't think he's in yet. What's the matter?
This is the matter. This whole dumb situation. He probably can't see the whisker I'm waving around, but I don't care. He knows what I'm talking about. Oh, is that yours? What kind of cat are you? I'm not any kind of a cat. I'm a people. I can't believe this.
Oh, come on, Avery. You should have known this was going to happen.
How the hell was I supposed to know?
Sounds like somebody here didn't read her contract. The safe areas and other tips are mentioned in the welcome pamphlet.
What contract?
You signed some paperwork when you started, right?
Yeah.
Well,
how can you be all so chill about this? We work for an evil dungeon lord who's turning us all into cats. I don't think they're called dungeon lords.
Avery, none of us are happy about it either. We're doing what we can.
There's gotta be more you could be doing. Where's Graves?
He may be upstairs, but I don't know.
I remember hearing Graves going up some creaky steps yesterday. Maybe that's his office or something. Whatever it is, that room's gonna be missing a door after I kick it off its hinges. I stormed toward the back of the cafe. The steps must be back here somewhere. Anywhere. Hayes and Mason are in the kitchen. Hayes is gawking, and even Mason's got an eye on me.
Avery, where are you going?
I've had enough of this. I gotta give him a piece of my mind.
What?
This curse crap! The others trail me to the kitchen. What am I, the cat herder? Avery, chill out! We aren't all mad about it. Most of us signed up for it on purpose. It's done some good things for some of us. Well, I'm mad about it. I'm mad as hell. Turning into a cat won't do jack for me.
I know you're mad, but it's not Graves' fault. He does a lot to help us. We owe him.
I don't owe him a damn thing. Seriously, Avery. Shouting at our boss isn't going to change anything. There's nothing we can do about it right now. Let's just sit down and talk about it.
You're right.
I guess I see what you mean. Now come on, don't be such a salty caramel latte. Finley puts her arm around my shoulder. I try shrinking away, but she just redoubles her efforts. I've never had someone be so forceful about comforting me. You like donuts, right? How about jelly donuts?
What does that have to do with anything?
I think it's time to show you that this cat curse isn't all bad. She gives me a quick wink and a punch on the shoulder. Go sit down at the table. I'll be out to show you in a sec. This is still so stupid. The frustration festers in the pit of my stomach, and now I don't even have anywhere to put it. I feel another hand slap me gently between the shoulder blades. What is it with these people? This time, it's Mason.
Didn't eat yet, right?
No, I've been freaking out about this all morning. How am I supposed to eat? She doesn't lift her hand. I can feel it like a weight on my back.
Stop sulking and sit down. Eat.
Is that comfort or a threat?
Good food calms you down.
She gives me a firm but gentle push toward the dining area. It's like being scooted forward by a steel pillar. I guess I might as well go sit down. Good old Mason. I return to the front of the cafe and flop down in the chair at the head of the tables. After all that following everybody was doing before, nobody's bothered to come back out yet. Maybe they think I could use the space to cool off. Feels a little like I'm in timeout. First out of the kitchen is Hayes, of all people. He tiptoes up and delicately sets a small teacup down in front of me.
It's chamomile and lavender tea. It can help with stress. I drink it sometimes when I'm overwhelmed too.
Hayes flinches a bit when I look up at him. I pick up the teacup and hold it up to my face. It smells lovely, at least. He looks at me with his eyebrows upturned until I take a sip. When I oblige, I see what he means. This is pretty calming. I can feel my shoulders slump a bit. Hayes seems relieved that I've approved. He takes it as permission to sit and takes the seat next to me.
You know, I get anxious a lot. You probably guessed that though, huh? Some things help me out, like the tea. But I think the thing that helps me the most is being a cat. I know that must sound pretty stupid, but it's nice to have somewhere to go. I like that I can curl up in a tiny corner and nothing's expected of me. It helps me a lot. So that really does sound stupid. But that's what we mean when we aren't mad about it.
No, I think I get what you're saying. I don't agree, but I get it. Thanks. He doesn't seem to know what to say. He's just sort of staring down at the table and picking pieces off the paper napkin in front of him. Leave him alone. Okay, I get it for someone like him. Does that mean I should give him his space? He's definitely right about the tea, that's for sure. He probably should have poured some for himself. Heck, he should probably have an IV of it. He seems so on edge all the time. But what about the others? Do they get something out of this too? Esteemed patrons! May I have your attention, please? Especially you, Avery. Where is her voice even coming from? Down here, kiddo. Eh? I look down and... Your jelly donut? It's me, a real-life internet sensation. You're so surprised. You should see the look on your face right now. Wow, so you really capitalized on this curse, huh? I just started making videos as a way to have fun with the situation. Who knew it would make me a celebrity? I'll give you my autograph later if you like. No, I'm fine. She gives my leg a playful pat and then gives me a wink. You're so starstruck. I am not. You so are. I bet you spend a lot of time on the internet. I bet you know all about me. No, you're blushing. Why would I be blushing about a cat?
Oh, cut the shtick, both of you.
Reese saunters up, serving platter in hand. He nudges Finley aside with his foot, scooting her a good distance from the table. Rude.
Are you over your temper tantrum, Avery?
Well, I almost was, but then you had to come in here and call it a temper tantrum.
No sense of humor, just like I said.
He reaches over my shoulder and sets a plate of pancakes down in front of me.
Finley, go change back. I don't want your dirty feet on the table.
God! I'm gonna sneak nip into your clothes next time you're on cat detail. Despite her threat, Finley saunters off, tail flicking into the break room. She returns a moment later and flops down in the seat across from me, but not before grabbing another stack of pancakes from Reese. She's already digging into her food when Mason comes from the kitchen and takes her usual seat. Landry follows close behind her with another tray of pancakes, and the rest of the table pounces on their breakfast prey.
How are you feeling, Avery?
Better, I guess.
I'm glad to hear it. We didn't mean to spring this on you, but I think we all forgot how confusing it all was at the start. I know I assumed you already knew what was happening.
So am I the only one who didn't read the contract? Did it say, like, hey, I'm gonna turn you into a cat, or something?
Not in so many words, at least. But of course we all read it, right?
Wow, the varying degrees of sheepishness going around this table right now.
Nope. I didn't really understand the safe zones talk and things. I thought it was about safety protocol, but I didn't ask.
Hayes shrugs and looks intently at the maple syrup pulled on his plate, which I'm choosing to interpret as no. I skimmed it? I got the potential for great power but at a price part, but the specifics...
Oh my god. Oh my god, all of you. No wonder I'm the one in charge here.
The point is, Avery, we don't want you to feel like you're alone. We've tried finding out more about it, but we all hit dead ends.
Yeah, you can't exactly wiki how to cure a cat curse. Well, you can, but the results are... well, they're from the internet. Why didn't you just ask him?
Oh yeah, I did, but he said something like, him. We are but actors on the stage of life, and we have been cast in the drama of this cafe.
That sounds like something he would say.
And you bought that? But everybody just sort of nods and agrees with Reese. Wow.
But we're all in this together. We're like Wildcat teammates now. We can figure it out, with or without Graves.
Yeah, you're right. We can do this. I raise my fork, pancake piece still attached, like a musketeer giving a salute. I get varying nods and murmurs of agreement, but nobody follows my example. I thought we could have made this a thing.
What we need to figure out first is crowd management. Jelly donut days are rough and we need to be ready. I think I should spend time with Mason. To help her in the kitchen, of course. Hayes, too.
I'm okay with that. We might need you both to come out to help us from time to time, too. We can't spare anyone besides Finley for cat detail today. You know how these days go. No cat breaks. Sorry, Hayes.
I know.
Avery, we'll be the main two covering the floor. Hayes and Reese will be out from time to time if we get really swamped, and Gray should be by later to help us out. It might be a bit hectic, so I hope you're ready.
Mission accepted. This sounds exciting. I bet this place is fun when it's busy.
Yeah, some of the people who come by are so cute. Just wait until you see the kids. This little girl had a jelly donut shirt she made herself.
Aw, that's so cute.
I think you'd look cute in a jelly donut shirt too.
Are you trying to get me to join your fan club or something? Because that's a scary face and not very appealing.
I don't have one, but if you want to manage it... no, that's, your loss!
Mason, are you ready? This is gonna be a long day for you.
I like a challenge.
Now finish eating so we can get back to work.
Yes, ma'am.
Reese shovels one last pancake in his mouth and, without even finishing chewing, grabs his plates and hurries after Mason. Hayes at least manages some grace in his exit.
I better go get ready too. My public awaits.
Finley hands me her plate, then dramatically flicks her hair away from her face like a starlet in a photo shoot. She disappears into the back as well.
Alright, Avery. Drink your coffee because it's time to get energetic.
Yeah.
Good, because if you look outside the cafe and around the corner...
Aw man, is that why there were so many people out front?
Yup.
I better chug this coffee then. Well, better get pumped. And oh boy, did it become busy fast. There was a crowd of people as soon as we opened the door, and they're all clamoring to see the internet sensation Jelly Donut. They pour in like a leak in a ship's hull. Landry tells me that sometimes we have to cap the number of people allowed in at a time, but it's not that bad yet.
Hopefully the numbers stay down until Graves gets back. We'll need the crowd control in the afternoon.
Where the heck is he anyway?
I'm sure he has a lot to deal with. There's a lot more to managing a restaurant than what goes on inside, I'm sure. He always comes to help out sooner or later.
I'm having a lot of trouble picturing Graves waiting tables. Maybe he wears that uniform Reese is so obsessed with. Okay, I don't have time to sit here daydreaming about Graves in a uniform. There are tables to wait. Boy, are there a lot of orders for donuts and coffee today. I didn't even know that was on the menu. I guess it's pretty on point to offer donuts on a day where Jelly Donut is in the cafe, but somehow I hadn't expected it. I don't see them in the pastry case. Maybe they're still in the back? I better go check. Hey Mason, are there donuts back here? Oh yeah, there are. A whole stack of them, and they're still warm. Oh, they're those cakey donuts that are so good too. I shouldn't be hungry after such a big breakfast, but they look amazing. The coast is clear. I don't see Mason. Hayes and Reese aren't even in the room. I could just... I'm gonna do this because there's another option I have with Mason that I haven't picked yet. Get it together, Avery Grey. Don't steal inventory on a busy day. On a non-busy day, fine, but not on a busy day.
Like donuts, huh? Of course you do.
Oh! I didn't even hear her come up behind me, but there she is! Mason looms over me and rests her arm across my shoulder. Oh yeah! These look really good, too.
I'll make you some later.
Yeah, I haven't picked this one yet. You're so busy, though. You don't have to do that.
You're turning down my generosity?
I'm glad I didn't pick that on her route. No, I didn't mean...
Relax, it's a joke.
Oh, sorry. How am I supposed to tell with her? She's so hard to read.
Now stop wasting time. It's busy out there.
Right. Mason dumps the tray of plates in my hands and shoos me out of the kitchen. Shoo shoo. I bring the plates to their respective tables. I'm getting really good at this waitstaff stuff.
Oh, thank goodness you're back, Avery. We're so swamped.
Avery to the rescue. This is still a bit much. It's like we're under a waterfall of people who want to see Jelly Donut. Or something like that. I don't know, I'm too busy to think of a good metaphor. Finley's loving it, though. Look at her just mugged for the camera. And there they go again. Someone else trying to put their donut on her head. Excuse me, please read the rules. We can't let customers bring food to the cat play area. Fine, whatever. Jeez. You see something on the internet and you think it's okay to do in real life? Some people. Someone better talk to that kid about these bad habits she's encouraging in people. The offending customer has already vanished back to his table, but now there are 3 people who've taken his place. We need more babysitters.
One at a time, please. No flash photography.
Oh, thank goodness. Reese and Hayes are back out to help corral the crowds. Reese has taken a spot at the door as the world's tiniest bouncer, and Hayes is taking someone's order. Which reminds me, I better get back to work too. We're in the final stretch, but dang, is this exhausting. My pockets are bursting with tips, but that's not much consolation if I feel like I'm never gonna leave this place. I could really use a break.
Hey.
Eh? What's she doing out here? Does she need a break too? I suppose I shouldn't be too selfish. I'm not the only one working my butt off here.
Get in here.
It's not a request so much as a command. I better go see what's up. Did some kind of baking bomb go off in here? We're all taking turns bussing tables, but this crowd hasn't left much time to deal with dishes and cooking utensils.
I need your help.
And here I thought you didn't trust me in the kitchen.
I don't, smartass. I need coffee.
Yeah, me too.
No. We're low on beans. Get them from the basement, right around the corner. I'm swamped.
Oh, duh. Yeah, of course. Just a sec. I'll get them. I've never been in the basement before. It's probably not a great idea to get someone to help me out, but dark spaces kind of creep me out. This is a restaurant, not a haunted house, and I'm not some scaredy cat. It should be fine. Here goes nothing. Ah, Beatrice. Holy crap, Graves. Try to give you the benefit of the doubt and this happens. This isn't a restaurant storehouse, it's a Halloween surplus store. Is that? It is. That's a curio full of model skeletons. What the hell? What's it got padlocked in that cabinet? Do I want to know? Yikes. I better get out of here and go back upstairs quickly before I get attacked by a giant toad. I find a giant bag of unground coffee beans that I'm sure I can just barely lift myself, but more interesting is the book that's resting on top of it. With its worn leather cover embossed with silver swirlies in the shape of a cat, it looks like a spell book or something. It's probably Graves' diary. I'm so curious. Wouldn't hurt to take a little peek, right? What the heck? I don't get this at all. Is it all written in code or something? This is all nonsense. Wait a second. Why is my name in here? Ew, is Graves writing about me in his diary?
Avery!
Oh, she sounds mad. Now's not a good time to start reading. The book is real tiny and fits just right in my hoodie. I'm gonna look through this when I get home. It's probably nothing, but after seeing my name in it, how could I resist taking it home for a better look? I'll bring it back before anyone even notices it's gone. Okay, but seriously, I should leave before a crow lands in my hair or something. I heft the coffee bag in my arms and trundle up the stairs back to the kitchen. Ah, the light of day. It was way too quiet in that basement. I barely get the door open when I hear muffled noise from the dining room and the clanging of pots and pans in the kitchen.
Get lost? Took you long enough.
Sorry, I don't know my way around down there yet.
Creepy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. It gave me the chills.
I like it.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Thanks. Now get back to work.
Okay. Anytime? The whirring of the coffee grinder starts immediately after I start talking. This conversation is probably over. Better get out there and see what's going on. It looks like the crowd is dissipated. I also don't see Finley, a jelly donut, anywhere. I guess even her energy has its limits, huh? Hey, cutie, how about some coffee? I had a real busy day at work. Oh, there she is. Wow, she looks worn out. I bet that does take a lot out of you. Wait, cutie? Dang, is she just being friendly or is she making a move? One coffee for you, girl, because you've been working hard. One coffee coming right up. You want me to put anything in it? Ooh, you sweetheart. Skim milk and 2 sugars, please. You got it. I fetch her a cup of coffee just the way she likes it. Once I make it back, I catch her looking at her phone. The cafe got some really good comments today. We should see a nice boost in traffic from this. So is this what you mean by social media expert or whatever? Yep. I run the company message board and all those other accounts. Jelly Donut was something I started doing to get more cafe traffic. I didn't expect it to get so big. It's actually a lot of fun. You should join me when you start transforming too. I could use a sidekick. Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten about that until just now. Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to help. Here, come sit with me a sec. It's quiet enough that Landry can take care of the remaining straggler, so it should be fine if we sit for a minute or two. Really, though, it's gonna be fine. We all stick together here, and you're part of the family now. Got it? You have sprinkles in your hair. She reaches up and finds a treasure trove of sugar stuck in her bangs. So I do. I mean it, though. Got it? Yeah. Thanks.
Got any room for another at this table?
Huh. Guess there weren't too many left after all. I glance downstairs and it looks like he's already locked the door. Always! Landry scoots a chair next to Finley. I guess the cafe's closed now.
I expect you all won't spend too much time lollygagging. We have cleanup to do.
Jeez, Dad.
Lollygagging? Really?
I don't know, it was the first word that came to mind.
Reese, why don't you sit with us too? We could all use a break.
I suppose so. Where are Hayes and Mason?
Oh, you know Mason. She's probably already gone.
She doesn't stick around after shifts to help with cleanup?
She gets here earlier than any of us for prep, so it's only fair she also leaves early. Besides, I think she has something that she does after work.
What, as a cat?
Hey, don't judge.
I wonder what kind of cat she is, anyway. Feels kind of rude to think that, but you know what they say about curiosity in cats. I should see if she's here to thank her for her work. I'll be right back.
Tell Hayes to come join us if you see him.
You got it. Wow, the kitchen is pretty clean already. Was Mason that quick? Oh, there she is. I caught her before she could go. Mason.
What?
Oh, you really busted your butt today. Thank you.
It's my job.
She's already got one foot out the door. She seems irritated that I interrupted her. Good night, girl. I know you you can protect yourself. More than. Well, have a good night. And with that, she's gone. Boy, she's hard to talk to. She disappears around the corner, but a second later I catch a glimpse of a lanky orange cat with a crooked tail. Maybe that's her. It looks like she's heading in the same direction as my apartment. I wonder if we're neighbors. Probably not. That's kind of silly to assume. When I get back to the kitchen, I hear the sink running. Looks like Hayes is doing the rest of the dishes. Why doesn't he come out with the others? Poor boy deserves a break as much as the rest of us. If everybody's a family like Finley said, he should be part of it too. Come on, man. Hey, put those down. Come out, we're all gonna sit and have coffee together.
I'm fine, thank you.
What, you don't like me now?
What?
I'm just teasing you. Come on, you're one of us, and I'm sure you're tired too. I'll come back and help you with the dishes after we're done. I'm sure I won't be the only one, either. We gotta stick together, right?
I guess so.
Come on, I'll get your coffee even.
I'd rather get it myself. I'm a little picky with my coffee.
Oh yeah? How so?
I prefer a good cappuccino instead. We have a nice espresso machine here.
Oh, like the one you made for me in my interview. That was really good.
Oh, thank you. Cappuccino is steamed milk and espresso. It's a delicate balance.
Can you make me another one?
Sure.
Oh, is that a smile? It is!
I'll go make them now.
Meet you in the dining room. I head out to the cafe. Hayes walks with me at first, but slips upstairs as soon as we reach the staircase. There are a series of loud whirring noises, and he returns with a cup in each hand. He's careful as he hands me mine.
It's still a little hot.
It looks amazing, thank you. I head back upstairs, coffee in hand, and return to my seat. Hayes follows shortly after and sits at the table next to us. I reach out and drag his table a little closer to ours. We all sit and talk over coffee for a while. We divide the tips, careful to leave a separate stack for Mason when she gets in tomorrow. It's getting pretty dark. I should get going soon. I say goodbye to everybody and head out. They're all staying late again. I can understand that. Of course, they'd want to be human for as long as possible. I'm gonna enjoy this while I can. The gravity of the situation weighs on me as soon as I'm out the door. What the hell am I gonna do once I start turning into a cat? How could I explain that? Nobody would believe me.
Mew.
And the thought flies out of my head. That black cat with the odd eyes is back. It sits in the middle of the road, something dangles from its mouth, but I can't tell what. Quit it, Graves. I know that's you. The black cat stares back at me impassively. Plain dumb isn't gonna work. The black cat flops onto the pavement and splays out its legs. It's not even looking at me. Maybe I'm off on this hot tip after all. I guess sometimes a cat is just a cat. Everything's getting to me. All the more reason to go home and get some sleep. I'm almost home now. I should figure out what I'm gonna do for Ah! Something just hit my back. Get it off, get it off, get it off! Wait, it's gone? I see the black cat at my feet. What the hell? Damn it, Graves! I don't care if this cat is Graves or not. I'm calling it that until I'm proven wrong. I want to find out if this cat really is Graves.
Meow.
The black cat trots off somewhere. Is it just me, or did that just sound like someone saying the word meow? Worse than that, it sounded kind of smug. Graves! Maybe it's not him. Maybe I just smell like cat and attract other cats now. I better get home before I'm jumped by more strays. I run the rest of the way home and slam the door behind me. I can't take this. If my hair wasn't already white, it'd be turning that way.
You're late.
Eh? Who said that? I look down. Mochi's fat face is looking up at me. Oh, no, no, no. No. I'm not doing this. I dump some kibble in Mochi's bowl, then go to my room and close the door behind me.